Alrighty, good morning, everyone. Today we'll be doing some more Double Masters Draft. And we got a good card today, Endless Atlas. It's 2-mana draw card, activate only if you control 3 or more lands with the same name. I don't think that should be too hard. Because this goes in, as long as we're mostly monocolor, or maybe 2-color. Not like last draft, of course. We also have Fencing Ace, Lightning Greaves, Brainstorm, Iron League Steed, Parasitic Strix, and an Inkwell Leviathan. I think we're going to take both of these. I don't know if we can make Inkwell work, but it's a silly card. So we're going to take our rares here. Okay, pack 2, what are we dealing with? We've got a Conjurer's Closet, so we can endlessly flicker a particular creature at our end step. If we take it this early, we can look for some kind of enter the battlefield extreme value. I'm not sure if that exists. Nothing comes to mind off the top of my head. We could take Flooded Grove for fixing. It's either that, we take Cogwork Assembler, or Glass Dust Hulk. I was told that there is an infinite combo you can do with Cogwork Assembler. Cogwork Assembler, a Everflowing Chalice with 7 counters on it, and Corridor Monitor. Creates infinite Corridor Monitors with haste. If you have 8 counters on the Everflowing Chalice, it's also infinite mana. I'm going to take the Cogwork Assembler, and we're going to just keep an eye out for that combo. I'm not saying we're going to get it, and I'm not, trying to force it, but we're going to look for it. Aethersworn Canonist, or Sandstone Oracle. We also have Cathodian. Aethersworn Canonist is pretty good. I think I want to take Sandstone Oracle. We could also take, Fatal Push. Fatal Push being just really good removal, and Dimir attrition artifacts being pretty good as well. Yeah, we're gonna take Sandstone Oracle for now. Another Cogwork Assembler. There's the Everflowing Chalice. There's a Vidalcan Infuser, an Expedition Map, Rebuke, Melian, and Ebunus. I think we're gonna take the Everflowing Chalice, just because I want some ramp if I'm gonna be playing gigantic things. Okay, there's a Karthus. Karthus is in this format. 7 mana, flying haste, 7/7. Enters the battlefield, gain control of all dragons, untap them, and they all have haste. We can take Mishra's Factory, Urza's Power Plant, or O Naginata. I think we're going to take the Power Plant. We do have to be careful if we're playing the Tron'd lands along with an Endless Atlas, but I think I can make this work, potentially. Okay, there's an Ash Barrens. Ash Barrens is fixing for free. There is also a Cloud Reader Sphinx, which I would not mind. It's a pretty decent card. But I'm going to take the Ash Barrens. If we end up with more than one color, Ash Barrens is pretty good. Magnifying Glass is a mana rock. Helps with our ramp. Flooded Grove. We've no reason to be green. We barely have a reason to be blue right now. I don't think I want Accomplished Automaton, so I'm going to take the Magnifying Glass. Another Power Plant. There's a Magus of the Abyss. Magus of the Abyss is good, except it will end up targeting itself 100%. We could take Surge Node to make Everflowing Chalice better, but the Tron land's a higher priority. Okay, there's a Mishra's Bauble, which we can use to help get through our deck quickly. There's a Defiant Salvager, a Brainstorm, a Tumble Magnet. I'm going to take the Bauble. Okay, Surge Node or Flooded Grove. Flooded Grove could be good if we're playing blue and green. We could get we can fix for green for Ancient Stirrings, or we have more blue if we're blue. I don't want Surge Node though. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Surge Node. We're on the lookout for a Corridor Monitor so that we officially have the combo in our deck. So the good news is, depending on how our deck works out, I think we're playing every single card we've picked so far. Alabaster Mage is tempting. I think Sanctum Spirit might be higher priority. I'm gonna take Sanctum Spirit. Okay. Vidalcan Infuser. These two are both kind of questionable. But, either one of them can work in this deck. Crusader of Odric or Bloodbriar. We will not be going wide, so I guess we take Bloodbriar, and a Fierce Empath. Okay, now we have options. So, Pure Steel Paladin would be good. It would let us take any of the living weapon equipment type creatures and play them. We could be mostly white instead of mostly blue. We could take Fairy Mechanist, Thopter Foundry. Thopter Foundry will be kind of hard to play in this deck, but I think it's probably worth it. Because Thopter Foundry, we can sack any non-token artifact. Oh, actually, I don't know about Thopter Foundry. There's also a Mirror Retriever. I'm going to take Pure Steel. I don't think I want Noble Hierarch. Question is, what do I take other than Pure Steel? And if I'm playing Pure Steel, I'm probably not playing Yavimaya's Embrace. Fairy Mechanist, Metal Spinner's Puzzle Knot, Thraben Inspector, Spellbomb, Retriever, all of them. There's a lot of good cards for us in this pack. This could be a white-blue artifact. I probably have to take Thopter Foundry. It's just too strong of a card not to take. I don't know what exactly we're playing, so we're going to see here yet. A Core Tapper, Urza's Tower, Metallic Rebuke, Springleaf Drum. I think I have to go with the Tower. Kind of sad to see a Maelstrom Pulse. Core Tapper can give us an explosive start off of Everflowing Chalice, but I kind of want the Tron'd lands because of our top end. Dark Depths. Enters the battlefield with 10 ice counters on it. 3 mana, remove an ice counter. When it has no ice counters on it, sacrifice it and create a legendary 2020 black avatar creature token with flying and indestructible. Does not produce mana. Is this the Dark Depths stipulation? Oh man. I want to take Dark Depths. I think the absolute best pick for us right now is either Flare Husk or Thraben Inspector. I mean, I'm going to take the Dark Depths. If we play Tron, we're taking like 2 counters off of it a turn. Okay. So in this pack we have Iron League Steed, Skinwing, Treasure Keeper, Springleaf Drum. We do not have too much... Hang on. We do not have too many creatures for Springleaf Drum to actually work, I don't think. I think I take the Skinwing, because Pure Steel draws a card whenever we play an equipment, right? So between that and Endless Atlas, if we are mostly white and somewhat blue, we can get a lot of value off of that. Wooded Bastion. Well, I don't think we're green at all. We can take Accomplished Automaton or a Gleaming Barrier. Gleaming Barrier, good with Thopter Foundry, more defensive than offensive. I think I would rather have the Automaton. Another Ash Barrens for fixing. There's a Pyrite Spellbomb, which effectively just draws a card. We could take a Sift. I would take Thopter Engineer, but I don't think we're red at all. I kind of just want to take Ash Barrens, really. I think I would rather have the fixing. This is making Endless Atlas look really bad, though. Urza's mine. There we go. Tron achieved. Now we just need a couple of expedition maps. Dark Depths Tron. 3 words I never thought would be spoken in sequence. Oh, Vampire Hexmage is in this format. We could have a turn 2 2020 indestructible. Jeez. Okay. Chromatic Star, Metal Spinner's Puzzle Knot, or Urza's Power Plant. I would not mind taking the Tron land here. I think Chromatic Star is better because of our heavy color requirements early. Puzzle Knot would not be bad, but I think I'm going to go Star because we already have 2 power plants. If this was any other Tron land, I would take it. Okay. Yavimaya's Embrace, or Pyrite Spellbomb. I think I gotta go with the Spellbomb because just having artifact cantrips has got to be good. I don't know how difficult it would be to splash red, but I also think splashing green at the top end would be nigh impossible right now. Core Tapper came around, so I'm taking a Core Tapper. Balduvian Rage, we'll take Cathodian. It's easy to cast. There's another Sanctum Spirit if we want more life gain. Springleaf Drum, we still don't have that many creatures early. I think I'd take the Sanctum Spirit. Death Reap Ritual to the sideboard, and Weapon Surge to the sideboard. Okay, so you're almost mono brown. Vengevine, Reshape, Rush of Knowledge. There's the Corridor Monitor. We are white and blue. Okay, I think Reshape could be good because we could turn like a 0-drop into an Inkwell Leviathan with enough mana. Rush of Knowledge is very tempting because like it's pretty easy to draw 7 cards in this deck. Reshape, not so much. We could get like Thopter Foundry. Maybe Reshape is good enough. I really want this Corridor Monitor. My gut tells me to wait because there should be another one in this pack, and that the combo is not that likely to assemble, but if I don't pick it now, I'm not guaranteed to have it. So I'm deciding which of these 2 cards is better to take. Reshape implies we're heavy blue, but we kind of want to be anyway. We also kind of want to be heavy white. I think I'd take Rush of Knowledge and Corridor Monitor. I'm going to pass on a lot of good cards, but we're kind of doing a little bit of memeing right now. Another Everflowing Chalice. I will take another Everflowing Chalice. Card's just too strong in a deck like this. Thespian Stage is another Tron land. There's another Everflowing Chalice. Could also make this a Dark Depths. Thespian Stage Dark Depths means you get a 2020 Indestructible because Dark Depths is legendary. Man, I don't think I can pass that up, even for another Everflowing Chalice. And Endless Atlas, despite being a great card, is getting worse and worse in this deck. And it's all my fault. So no equipment here. Valorous Stance is removal. Eager Construct is scrying, and a creature. I think I'm going to go Valorous Stance just to have some removal. Okay, Fetid Heath. We're not black at all. We have Fairy Mechanist, Urza's Power Plant. Probably have to take the Mechanist. There is a Culling Deus, but we don't have a lot of early creatures we want to sack. Mechanist helps get through our deck a little bit, so I think I gotta go Mechanist. Crop rotation, we are not green, despite the fact that card would be really good. I'm gonna take Metal Spinner's Puzzle Knot, because just another card that cantrips in this deck is gonna be good. Rage Reflection, Pongify, there's the Vampire Hexmage combo. I'm gonna take the Mana Rock, though. Yeah. If we generate an absurd amount of mana, Magnifying Glass is effectively a Whispers of the Muse, because it's like 6 mana to draw a card and then do it again next turn, is how I want to think about it. We don't have an incredible amount of top end, but we do have some very, very powerful top end cards. Plus we have Dark Depths Thespian Stage, so on 4 mana, or on 3 mana with an Everflowing, 3 lands with an Everflowing Chalice, we can make a 20/20 indestructible, which is what I want to be doing with my life. Okay, another Rush of Knowledge. I do not think we can play more than one, despite the fact that this card is good, because in the average case it's going to draw us like 3 cards for 5 mana, which I guess is a concentrate. That's not terrible. What are we going to do with all them cards? I think we take Eager Construct, because we need a little more things that we can do early. Salivating Gremlins is good, but I'm not committing to red. Reshape came all the way around. I think I got to take the Reshape. Automaton's great, but we already have one. We're not looking for more top end, we're just looking for more ways to make ourselves consistent, and Reshape helps that. Okay, Steel Sabotage, we can't play Manamorphose, we can't play Boon Reflection, so I guess we take a Steel Sabotage for the sideboard. Vidalcan Infuser, technically the most playable. Vidalcan Infuser, technically the most playable. Urza's Power Plant, we'll take another Power Plant. And Weapon Surge for the sideboard. Alright, we have a deck. 3 Urza's Power Plants, 1 Mine, 1 Tower, no maps. Oh gosh. Well, I guess this is my life now. The thing is, we have 1 equipment, and I don't think I can play Pure Steel Paladin because of that. So I'm actually, I think, gonna cut Pure Steel Paladin. So let's cut all of the lands for now, and take a look at what we're doing. Chromatic Star, Pyrite Spellbomb, Surge Node, Pure Steel Paladin out. There's just no way. The rest of these are okay. These are fine. I'm not playing a bunch of Vidalcan Infusers, but one's probably okay. Endless Atlas I should probably cut, but I don't know. I think we're going to have a lot of basics. And all it requires is 3 of the same name, which could even be power plants. I feel like Endless Atlas is going to very frequently do nothing, but I'll look at the mana base before I decide on cutting it 100%. We're not cutting like any of these cards. I could cut Bauble. We don't need Metalcraft. But it does draw cards, so it's basically a free cantrip. I think we're keeping it. Surge Node is good because we have 2 Everflowing Chalices, and it helps us get some pretty absurd ramp. We do have the combo of Corridor Monitor, Cogwork Assembler, and a really big Everflowing Chalice. So I think that's primary win condition, casting Inkwell Leviathan, or reshaping into Inkwell Leviathan. Secondary win condition, Cogwork Assembler Infinite Combo. Tertiary win condition, Thespian Stage Dark Depths. Quaternary win condition, take all of the ice counters off of Dark Depths with an absurd amount of mana. So this is definitely going to be an interesting deck, regardless. I think... So we need to cut 4 cards. I don't want to cut any ramp. Metal Spinner's Puzzle Knot seems really bad. And I'm not going to be playing any swamps anyway. And we don't have like enough Chromatic Stars to splash a bunch of that stuff. Alright, group creatures separately. This is a creature. I think I am going to go down Vidalcan Infuser. No, I'm not. It's a repeatable way to get charge counters for basically free. It blocks a bunch of smaller things. I think that's actually fine. I think I cut the Sanctum Spirits and bring them in versus aggro. Okay. Tower, Power Plant, Mine, Thespian Stage, Dark Depths, Ash Barrens. Add basic lands, what do we got? No swamps allowed. Can we play our white cards off of 2 plains and a Chromatic Star? That's the question I have to ask myself right now. We do have 2 Ash Barrens, which do help cycle. I would feel a lot better with 3 plains. I think I could cut an island for a plains. Because if we look at this, we don't need blue mana until we start to get to like 4 or 5 mana range. How often is it going to be that we'll ever even be able to activate an Endless Atlas? This is effectively a 3 mana Thopter. If we do not have... We either have to play 3 islands, all 3 of our plains, or all 3 of our power plants. Or we can Thespian Stage one of them, I guess. I guess it's just enough that we can probably turn it on occasionally. And that's, I think, going to have to be good enough. Alright, so blue-white infinite combo Dark Depths Tron. Let's go. Alright. Well, we have Dark Depths. 2 7-drops in a land that doesn't produce mana, I think, is a mulligan. Okay, we got a reshape. We can put Inkwell back in the deck. I'm gonna keep this and put Inkwell back in the deck for reasons specified. Okay, opponent starts Island. Hey, if we draw Endless Atlas, it's a think twice every turn. Play an island, pass the turn. Okay, opponent brainstorms. They must really be trying to hit a land. If they don't hit a land, they are screwed. If you keep one land brainstorm, and you brainstorm and don't find a land, you are not drawing a land for at least 2 draws, possibly 3 or more. Okay, they hit a land. Odds are it probably was not a one land brainstorm hand, but main phase brainstorm or rush of knowledge. Do we want a rush of knowledge here? I actually am going to keep a rush of knowledge. It's a little slow, but I think it's all right here. In all likelihood, it wasn't a one land brainstorm hand, but like brainstorm no shuffle feels bad. It's not actually that great. Okay, they play Graven Cairns. Pass the turn. We draw a rush of knowledge. Play an island. Go to combat. Attack for 2. Okay, opponent takes 2. They play a mountain. They play a magnifying glass. We untap. We draw an island. Play an island. Go to combat. Attack for 2. Opponent takes 2. Play Fairy Mechanist. We're gonna take... We could do an interesting reshape play to get something for Core Tapper, but I think we just take Magnifying Glass. I don't think we're winning Infinite Combo style this time. I think we're gonna set up for Inkwell. Because Inkwell has Island Walk and they're playing islands. And short of a Damnation, I don't think they can get rid of it. Unless there's like a Cyclonic Rift in this format, but like, I don't think so. Opponent Rush of Knowledge is to draw 3 cards. Cool. So we untap, draw Urza's Mine, play Urza's Mine, both of our singleton Tron lands. Let's go ahead and get in for 4, take our opponent to 12, and I kind of just want to draw 4 cards. We hit Tron, we hit Cogwork Assembler. Okay, pass the turn. We're going to discard an island. Okay, opponent plays Dire Fleet Hoarder. We untap, draw Mishra's Bauble, play Mishra's Bauble, activate Tron, go to combat, attack for 4. Going to Unlicensed Disintegration, that's fine. And they're gonna block, also fine. This is bad if it gives them blue mana and they have a Metallic Rebuke. I don't know how likely that is. So let's see, can we reshape for Inkwell? Inkwell is 9 mana. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're 1 away from doing it. So I think what we do is we play Magnifying Glass into Accomplished Automaton. Okay, make a servo. Stop on my opponent's upkeep. Look at the top. I should have done that on my turn so I could draw. They're drawing a Sickle Slicer. Okay, well that's not something I'm particularly scared of. They play Cascade Bluffs. Alright, opponent plays a Sickle Slicer. It becomes a creature. Alright, cycle Ash Barrens. Let's thin our deck a little bit. Get a plane. Untap. Draw an additional card. And Dark Depths. I don't know if I want to show them Dark Depths. I think I just want to try and reshape and see if that wins me the game. Play Power Plant. Sack a servo. It resolves. Get Inkwell. Go to combat. Attack for 5. Get him with the old giant metallic squid. Or whatever that is. Okay, opponent jumps. Opponent investigates. What is the flavor of that? Are they investigating where the hell this came from? Okay, opponent concedes. Sweet. We reshaped for an Inkwell Leviathan game 1. That's good news. Opponent was pretty dirtily. I don't think we need the Sanctum Spirits. So, let's just run it back. Alright, it's kind of a slow hand, but I'll keep. It's got all the criteria. Lands, castables, fixing. Opponent starts Island. We untap. We draw Core Tapper. Okay, play Island. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Mountain into an Acre Wellspring. Let's go ahead and basic land cycling for Plains. They draw a card. We untap. We draw an island. Play a Plains. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Swamp and is passing. We draw another Ash Barrens. Play Power Plant. Still not going to play anything. No reason to yet. The longer this game goes, the more it favors us. I'm positive. Okay, opponent thirsts for knowledge. They draw 3 cards, and then they discard what? Magnifying glass. Okay. They play an island. And they play Dire Fleet Hoarder. Sure. Then they pass. Let's go ahead and cycle Ash Barrens. Get an island. We draw Inkwell, which is not where we want Inkwell, but guess we'll take it. Play an Assembler. They'd have to have like Metallic Rebuke to do something about it this turn. Okay. It does profitably block Dire Fleet Hoarder, but we lose access to the infinite combo if it dies, which I guess isn't that big of a deal. But if we untap with it, we can protect it. Okay, they go looting. They discard Brainstorm and Mountain. When it plays a Graven Cairns, they Jace the Wallet Sculptor. Okay. They unsummon Cogwork Assembler and play Pyrite Spellbomb. That seems really weak. Like, why would you not Brainstorm with Jace and leave this back to block? Like, we are nowhere near activating Cogwork Assembler, so I don't know what the deal was. We drew Urza's Mine. Play Urza's Mine. Replay Assembler. Keep up Valorous stance, I guess. I don't want to run Core Tapper out without an Everflowing Chalice. Opponent could just unsummon it again, but if they're doing that, there's 2 turns they didn't Brainstorm with Jace. At least Fate Seal yourself, come on. You should be doing something to manipulate your draws to make them better. Okay, opponent Costly Plunders, they draw 3 cards. Basically, what is it, hatching plans? Okay, they play a Mountain. Dismantle. So we are going to give this Indestructible. They can put a bunch of 1/1 counters on Pyrite Spellbomb. Alright. I was pretty sure Dismantle worked, even if it had Indestructible. Opponent's Fate Sealing us. Yeah, that's not the correct choice, opponent. I'm almost 100% positive. They put a card on the bottom of our library. So they can keep back Dire Fleet Hoarder and keep up Pyrite Spellbomb to basically prevent us from attacking, which we're still going to. We draw Everflowing Chalice. Okay, does that change our play? We're definitely playing an island this turn, because we're probably not casting Rush of Knowledge. So go to combat, we're going to swing at Jace. If our opponent blocks and cracks Pyrite Spellbomb to kill Cogwork Assembler, that's fine. Okay, opponent gets a treasure. Second main. We can kick Everflowing Chalice 3 times and play a Core Tapper. I like that, because that opens up some kind of crazy plays next turn. Are they countering? They are countering. Wow, okay. Well, they can crack Pyrite Spellbomb and take us off of everything, but if they want to keep Fate Sealing us, they have to keep us off of lands, which is difficult. Okay, opponent plays a Mountain. We know that they're not Steel Sabotaging Inkwell Leviathan, which is good. Sarah Sphinx. Okay, they Fate Seal us again. They leave it on top. We untap. We draw Bauble. Play Bauble. If we crack it immediately, we get a draw without our opponent being able to control what it is, but we get that either way. I'm going to play Core Tapper, and then we're going to pass the turn. Opponent's going to Brainstorm. Let's take a look at the top card of their deck. It's a Swamp. Okay, so one of the 5 cards in their hand and top 2 cards of their library total is a Swamp. They play a Swamp. Walking Ballista X4. Okay, it's kind of why I didn't want to run Core Tapper out there, but we have 2 draws to hit a land for Sandstone Oracle, which is basically just a way to draw 7 cards off of Rush of Knowledge. Okay, we draw an additional card, then we draw Pyrite Spellbomb. So play Everflowing Chalice on 3, play Spellbomb, crack Spellbomb, draw Thopter Foundry. Okay, Thopter Foundry not particularly impressive here, but could potentially gain us enough life to do something. Opponent plays an island, puts a counter on Walking Ballista. Oh, that's lethal, isn't it? It's 5 and 4 is 9, takes us to 5, and then they just shoot us 5 times. Damn. I think my opponent could have won a lot more handily if they'd used Jace correctly. Like, unless you know you're going to be ticking up, and that's the way that you have to win with Jace, you should almost always Brainstorm with him. If you have a blocker, especially one that you want to die, like Dire Fleet Hoarder, and in a control deck, you're better off Brainstorming to find removal for the creature that's threatening Jace, and chump blocking, than you are just unsummoning the creature. That's what you do when you have no other option. So, do we want Steel Sabotage? Possibly. It does counter Walking Ballista. It's probably a little better than Valorous Stance, which means if I cut Thopter Foundry, we could just be running mono blue. I think I'm going to keep Thopter Foundry in the deck. I hope I don't regret that. But creating a bunch of 1/1 flyers seems difficult for our opponent to deal with. Alright, we'll play first. A double Ash Baron start is not terrible, especially off Chromatic Star. Yeah, I'll keep. Play Ash Barons. And I think we're just going to cycle. Okay. Play Chromatic Star. Leave up Steel Sabotage, pass the turn. Alright, opponent plays a Cascade Bluffs. We draw Cathodian. Play a Plains. I think we play Magnifying Glass. If it resolves, that lets us hold up Steel Sabotage through Chromatic Star. If our opponent has a Metallic Rebuke or Steel Sabotage, that's annoying. Izzet Charm. Okay. Well, Izzet Charm is... It's better for them to have played a spell this versatile rather than something more narrow, because it means they have less options later. We could have played Cathodian and got around that. Okay. Draw Dark Depths. Well, we have no way to draw other than Chromatic Star, so I think we're going to go ahead and play Cathodian. Thirst for Knowledge. Okay. They draw 3 cards, and they discard Magnifying Glass. Cathodian resolves. We play Dark Depths. Pass the turn. Now if we can just top deck Thespian Stage, we're golden. When it plays a Pyrite Spellbound into a Falcon Wrath Aristocrat. Okay, that is a problem. Get in for 4, we cannot block. Untap. Play Thespian Stage. Pass the turn. Oh. Really have to hope our opponent doesn't have an unsummon of some kind. And we can't do this sorcery speed or to block because of Jace. Oh, but it's happening. Opponent plays a Swamp, goes to combat, attacks for 4. Decides against it, attacks for 4, attacks for 4, decides against it, attacks for 4. Got it. Okay, no blocks. Costly Plunder. Well, I can't stop them from doing that. Alright. Copy Dark Depths. Make a 20/20. Untap. Draw Reshape. We did it! Got him with the old Merit Lage at their end step. Alright, I will see you guys in round 2. Okay, opponent chooses to play first. Not the most amazing hand, but I'm going to keep. They start Plains, Thraben Inspector. Get a clue. We untap. We draw Pyrite Spellbound. Play Urza's Tower. Play Spellbound. Pass the turn. Opponent plays an island. Gets in for 1. We take 1. Untap. Opponent's just going to crack a clue this turn. We draw Power. So let's sack the Spellbound, draw a card. Draw Dark Depths. Play Power Plant. Pass the turn. We're going to be cycling Ash Barons for an island. Opponent draws a card off their clue. They untap. They play a plane. Go to combat. Get in for 1. We take 1. They play Pure Steel Paladin. Okay. Cycle Ash Barons for an island. We untap. Draw an island. Play an island. Pass the turn. Opponent plays an island. They attack for 3. They play Skinwing. They draw a card. Living Weapon. They animate Skinwing. We untap. We draw Magnifying Glass. Play an island. So the option of Skinwing, Vidalcan Infuser, or Magnifying Glass. Magnifying Glass could potentially get better next turn. Skinwing does block unless they have equipment. So we're going to play Skinwing. Okay. Pass the turn. They play an island. They Flicker Wisp, hitting our token. They're going to hit us for 5. We go to 10. Okay. Untap. Draw Ash Barons. So we can play a Plains. Brings us up to 5 mana. And then play a Vidalcan Infuser, I think. Yeah. Okay. Pass the turn. We're definitely going to want the Sanctum Spirits in this matchup. They play Sickle Slicer. They draw a card. They go to combat. Attack for 5 in the air, we go to 5. Phyrexian Revoker. Well, let's cycle for an island. I don't think there's anything that saves us now. Skinwing. Okay, they don't want us to equip. Not that that matters. I think propagating the body was more important, but you know what? Sure. We'll put a charge counter on Skinwing. Bauble does not do anything. We can play a land, play Bauble, Reshape. For a total of 6 mana, get a 4-drop. That doesn't... Okay. So, Steel Sabotage and Sanctum Spirits in. What comes out? Valorous Stance like 100%. It doesn't do anything. Pyrite Spellbomb I'm going to remove. And I think I'm going to cut Bauble. Yeah, we'll try like that. Hopefully the Sanctum Spirits can help keep us alive. Or I'll play first. Ooh, very bad. Got a mulligan. This is quite a bit better, but still not amazing. We're going to keep. We're going to put back... Surge. Start island. Pass the turn. Opponent starts Plains. Passes. We draw Steel Sabotage. Play Eager Construct. We get to Scry. We're looking for a land. Plains to the top. Opponent also leaves their card on top. Pass to our opponent. They play an island. A Corridor Monitor. Okay. We untap. We draw Plains. Play Cathodian. Pass the turn. Okay, we're going to really badly need some lands here shortly. Opponent plays Tempered Steed. No attacks. We untap. We draw an island. Play an island. Opponent has not missed a land drop, but neither have we. Play Sanctum Spirit. Okay. Pass the turn. Like to draw a land for Rush of Knowledge. Opponent plays an island. Plays Fairy Mechanist. No cards. Okay. Opponent passes. We untap. We draw Fairy Mechanist. Play Fairy Mechanist. We're going to take a Thopter Foundry. Rest to the bottom. Pass the turn. Thopter Foundry will actually let us play Rush of Knowledge off of Cathodian mana. Okay. Opponent goes to combat. Attacks for 4. No blocks. We go to 16. They play Thraben Inspector. Get a clue. And a Sickle Slicer. Okay. Untap. Draw Everflowing Chalice. So play Everflowing Chalice. Kicked once. Play Thopter Foundry. Pass the turn. Okay. Opponent untaps. Goes to combat. Attacks for 4 in the air. Okay. Chump. Sack. Get a Thopter. Gain a life. Take no damage. Opponent plays another Fairy Mechanist. Picks up an Iron League Steed. That's really bad. Okay. We untap. Draw Ash Baron. How do we do this? So we're going to pay 1. We're going to sack Cathodian, because we're going to need the other blue mana. Gain a life. Get a blocker. Rush of Knowledge. Draw 4 cards. Endless Atlas. Fuser. Sanctum Spirit. Okay. Play Ash Barons. We're not cycling. Play Endless Atlas. Pass the turn. I will counter Iron League Steed. Opponent attacks for 8. Chump and chump. Okay, we untap. We draw a Plains. Not really what I want to do. Play a Plains. We can draw a card off of Atlas. We get a power play. Go to combat. No. We can't attack into a Corridor Monitor just to discard Cogwork Tumbler. That's... I don't know why I was thinking to do that. Question now is, do we play Vidalcan Infuser or another Sanctum? I think the answer is pass the turn. Well, we've got to stay alive and then find a way to win the game. We're drawing a lot of cards and we'll be getting a lot of mana over time. Okay, opponent attacks for 8 in the air. Nothing we can really do about it this turn. Go to 10. Opponent plays a Flayer Husk. Gets a 1/1. Plays a Mere Retriever. I'm going to sack Eager Construct. Okay, untap. Charge counter here. We will use its ability. Draw another Power Plant. Activate Endless Atlas. Draw Core Tapper. Play Power Plant. Play Core Tapper. Play another Sanctum Spirit. Pass the turn. So we're getting actually kind of close to doing the Cogwork Assembler Infinite combo. Opponent draws a card. Opponent plays a Plains. Plays Flicker Wisp. I assume they flicker Everflowing Chalice if they don't flicker the Thopter. Okay, they flicker the Thopter. We can't sacrifice it because we have to sacrifice non-token artifacts. Okay, they're just... Okay, they're not just attacking. Block here, double block. Take 8, gain 6. So in reality, take 2, go to 9. We'll keep 1 Sanctum Spirit. Okay, we get back a Thopter that doesn't exist. We untap. Charge counter here. Need to draw Corridor Monitor. Super bad. We will use its ability. Draw Magnifying Glass. Okay, let me think. We can bring this up to 4 mana. We could play a Cogwork Assembler. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana left. We can Cogwork Assembler to copy Core Tapper to put like a whole bunch more counters on Everflowing Chalice. We can keep back Sanctum Spirit as a blocker, and we might be able to activate Endless Atlas. So hang on. Opponent attacks. Try to block intelligently. I should not have blocked down that Corridor Monitor, because I could have copied theirs. That was a huge mistake, actually, and I didn't even realize it. So we could draw an extra card now. That would leave us with 7 mana to activate. Alright, we're going to draw. We get a Reshape. Okay, if we survive, we have the combo, and we win. So how do we maximize our chance of survival? We can't sacrifice the Cogwork Assembler token. We can sacrifice a Magnifying Glass. So play Magnifying Glass. Pass the turn. I think we've got it. If our opponent has a Path to Exile or something like that, we are screwed. Opponent goes to combat. Okay. We have a stop on their attack step, so we can still set blockers after sacrificing. Float mana, float mana. We need an artifact to sack for Reshape. So hang on. Block here, block here. We're taking 11 and gaining 3, we'd go to 1. Hang on. Block here, trade here. We gain 3, go to 12, we'd still be taking 9. We're going to keep Thopter Foundry around. So we sack Magnifying Glass, and we sack Endless Atlas. We don't sack Thopter Foundry because we need it for Reshape. Okay, go to blocks. Trade here, block here, chump, chump. I think this is the safest. Okay, we only take 1. Our opponent has to have no creature removal. Okay, they equip Sickle Slicer, and they're passing. Charge counter here. Okay, untap. Charge counter here. We draw. Sandstone Oracle. Okay, so charge counter here. Reshape for Corridor. No, hang on. We need to sack this first to make sure we get maximum mana efficiency here. Okay. Reshape Thopter Foundry for Corridor Monitor, which is a 2. Sack Thopter Foundry. Get Corridor Monitor. Untap Everflowing Chalice. Tap Everflowing Chalice. Copy Corridor Monitor. Splinter Twin. They're gonna Pongify? Well, we have one on the stack copying Chalice, so we just copy Cogwork Assembler, and if their last card in hand is a path... Oh, I should have copied Corridor Monitor again. We did it! We did it! Oh man, we really had to fight. One moment really quick. Big shout out thank you to Tyler Schreck on YouTube for telling me about this combo, because I drafted it and won with it. Alright. Any adjustments? Anything that I think is going to help? No, I think we just run it back. Tyler Schreck, thank you. Thank you. Dark Depth Thespian Stage Keep. I didn't even look at the rest of the hand. Don't need to. Opponent plays Plains, plays Thraben Inspector. We untap. We draw Inkwell. Play an island. We do need one more land. Really, really hope my opponent does not have Path to Exile. Okay. When it gets in for 1. Passes. Okay, we untap. We draw Everflowing Chalice. Play Thespian Stage. Everflowing Chalice on 1. Oh man, it's gonna be quick. Pass the turn. Man, I would be terrible in a game of Paper Magic because I'm like too excited. My opponent would be like, he's planning something. Alright. Opponent does crack their clue, they draw a card. They get in for 1. They play Corridor Monitor. Untapping Thraben Inspector. Sure. Play Dark Depths. Pass the turn. Okay. No unsummon, no path. Just tap out for something irrelevant, please. No flying blocker either. When it plays a Plains, they could have Flicker Wisp, but because it's not an instant speed Flicker Wisp, we should be fine. Oh man. We might have just absolutely cheesed a victory. I hope we did. Okay. When it goes to combat, attacks. No way we make a Merit Lage to block. Okay, opponent's passing. Well, Path to Exile, unsummon, or bust. Yes! Yes, we did it! We did it! Oh, man. Whew. I'll see you guys in round 3. Alright, round 3. Here we go. This hand is actually strangely good. I'm gonna keep... Opponent starts turn 1 Tron'd land. We draw Plains. Moto, please. Thank you. Start Plains, Surge Node. Pass the turn. That made this hand actually way better. Opponent plays Plains and passes. We draw Power Plant. Play Power Plant. Kick once. Surge Node our way to victory. Pass turn. Opponent plays a Plains into a Magnifying Glass. We draw a Magnifying Glass. Play a Plains. Play Magnifying Glass. Magnifying Glass on Everflowing Chalice. Endless Atlas. Pass the turn. Man, this Sandstone Oracle is going to draw us a lot of cards. When it plays a Tower, investigates. We draw an Ash Barrens. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're already there. So, Surge Node onto Everflowing Chalice. Play Dark Depths. Play Sandstone Oracle. Draw 3 cards. Nice. When it cracks a clue, draws a card. Plays a Plains. Flicker Wisp. Flickering Everflowing Chalice. Yeah, sure. Get back Everflowing Chalice, no counters. We untap. We get a Chromatic Star. So we attack first. I think we just Thespian's Dark Stage. Thespian's Dark Depths, excuse me. So play Thespian Stage. Surge Node onto Everflowing Chalice. Everflowing Chalice. Chromatic Star. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Forest. Plays a Cogwork Assembler. Plays a Darksteel Axe. Equips Cogwork Assembler. Thespian Stage, copy Dark Depths. Keep the one we can sack for free. Cycle Ash Barrens for an island. Untap. Draw Power Plant. Play an island. Go to combat. Attack for 24 in the air. Opponent jumps. Surge Node onto Everflowing Chalice. Corridor Monitor, I think. We'll untap Merit Lage. Yeah. Corridor Monitor. Untap Merit Lage. Just in case there's any exile tapped creatures or something in this format. Opponent cycles a Glass Dust Hulk, plays a Plains, we untap, we draw Ash Barrens, go to combat. Attack for 24 in the air. Oh, they can create a flying blocker. I see. Okay. Well, they draw a card. It's actually quite bad for us. We don't have a way we can get rid of our own Sandstone Oracle. Like, opponent's still taking 4 every turn. Play an island. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Surge Node onto Everflowing Chalice. And pass the turn. Opponent plays another tower. They can still only activate 1 time. So let's investigate. Cycle Ash Barrens for an island. Draw a card off our clue. It's Rush of Knowledge. Untap. We draw a tower. Play tower. Go to combat. Attack for a ton in the air. Oh, I should have Rush of Knowledge first to see if I could have hit Valorous Stance. Okay. Opponent cycles an Ash Barrens. They should let that resolve before they copy, but they don't. Okay, so opponent gets to draw off of Sandstone Oracle. Oh, I guess they did that in order to, I see why they did that. So they can get an extra card out of it. My bad, I was doing the math wrong in my head. Opponent chumps Merit Lodge. Okay, how do we lose? We do not lose to Wrath of God. We lose to, like, Path of Exile plus Wrath of God, or Path to Exile. I actually think we just lose to Path to Exile. So we're going to play Inkwell Leviathan and pass. That should do. Barring a crazy infinite combo with Cogwork Assembler. Alright, cool, we got there. Yeah, no, let's just run it back. Thespian Stage, Urza's Tower. This hand has potential. I'm gonna keep. If we draw Dark Depths or an Everflowing Chalice, we're in a good place. Okay, opponent starts Power Plant. We draw a Mechanist. Play Tower. Play Spellbomb. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Plains. Passes. We draw a Magnifying. Crack Spellbomb. We get a Thopter. Play a Plains. Play Surge Node. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Forest. And a Magnifying Glass. We untap. We draw Eager Construct. Play Thespian Stage. Play Magnifying Glass. Pass the turn. Opponent destroys our Magnifying Glass. Plays a Power Plant. And a Darksteel. Okay. We untap. We draw Core Tapper. Play Magnify. Pass the turn. It's kind of a cantripping Stone Rain. Not bad. Instant speed, too. Watch my opponent have like 6 topple the statues. Be so terrible. Alright, opponent plays a plane. 5 mana. 4 mana makes a token. We draw Power Plant. Play Power Plant. We have 5 mana. We cannot play Thopter Foundry or Fairy Mechanist. So let's... We can either play Eager Construct or Skinwing. And my vote is for Eager Construct. We do not need another Power Plant or really another land unless it's blue. So we're going to scry it to the bottom. We're going to leave up Thespian Stage activation just in case my opponent plays. No reason to run out Core Tap. Okay, opponent finds a tower. 7 mana. They play Accomplished Automaton. They give it a 1/1 counter. Okay, we untap. Draw Chromatic Star. Play Chromatic Star. Crack for blue. We're going to play Mechanist this turn. We draw our own Accomplished Automaton. Play Fairy Mechanist. We're going to take Cogwork Assembler. Rest of the bottom. Pass the turn. Okay. Opponent attacks for 6. We're just going to take it for now. Go to 14. Opponent plays a Forest. Another Accomplished Automaton. Sure. And they get a Servo. We untap, we get an Ash Baron. Okay. So that can let us get a Thopter Fountain. I don't know that that's what we want. We kind of want to play our own Accomplished Automaton. We have 5 mana. We could have up to 6. 6 and 5 are effectively the same. So we're just going to go get an island. Play an island. Play Thopter Foundry. I don't know that I want to play a Core Tapper, but I'm going to just in case we really need the block. Tap like this. Okay. Pass the turn. Opponent cracks a clue, draws a card. Opponent suits up the Servo with a Darksteel Axe. Plays another tower. Trade off with the Servo and do some sacrificing shenanigans. Counters on Surge Node. It's nothing impressive, but it's okay. Sack Fairy Mechanist. Get a Thopter. Okay. We untap. Draw Plains. Play Plains. We now have 7 mana. Play Accomplished Automaton. Make a Servo. And I'm going to attack for... Okay, opponent investigates. They crack the clue to draw. Okay, they go to combat. They attack and attack. Okay, block here, block here. Kind of surprised they didn't suit up one of them with the Darksteel Axe. They have a Maze of Ith. Well, that stops Merit Lodge. They do it post-combat. A little weird, but okay. They're going to exile Thopter Foundry. While that is a problem, it's not the end of the world. They play another Magnifying. Okay, we untap, draw Sandstone Oracle. We can copy Maze of Ith if we want. So play Skinwing, Living Weapon, go to combat. Oh, attacking, they just untap it. Yeah, we'll make them do it. Okay, pass the turn. If they play Mine, though, we definitely copy Mine. Okay, when it goes to combat, attacks for a bunch, double chump. They do play mine. They have a million mana now. Okay, they investigate. They draw a card. Thespian Stage mine. Okay, untap. Draw Power Plant. Excellent. Play Power Plant. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 mana. So you can play Cogwork Assembler, go down to 10. Okay, yeah. Play Cogwork Assembler. We're just going to start copying accomplished automatons and blocking a lot. Attack for 5. Opponent does not activate Maze of Ith yet again. Opponent has a path. That would be bad if they did. They probably investigate, actually. Yeah, they're going to investigate and crack. Okay. Okay, well, we still have to do this to make a chump blocker. We can't do this and leave up Thespian Stage activation, but I don't think that's entirely necessary. So Cogwork Assembler, copy automaton, make a servo, because we're going to lose the automaton. Okay, get an island, pass the turn. The more cards our opponent draws, the better the Sandstone Oracle is going to be. Opponent plays another mine. Okay, they investigate, draw, then go to combat. They attack for 13, so we block, go to 9. 8 mana. Another accomplished automaton. Number 3. Okay. Get a servo and a peace strike. Okay. I think without Cogwork Assembler, I'm not sure we can win. Can't investigate or do anything. Draw our own Urzas. The play Urza's mine. Play Sandstone Oracle. We'll draw 2. Reshape and Valorous Stance. Okay, Valorous Stance is a removal spell that we can actually use. We're 1 mana off of equipping Skinwing and Valorous Stancing, but I think we have to copy Maze of Ith to stay alive. Alright, pass the turn. See what happens. Like, Maze of Ith helps us stay alive in future turns. They'd have to kill us now, basically. So opponent goes to combat, attacks with the T. Valorous Stance, destroy the one with the equipment. Then we block here and here. Take 6 and go to 3. They make a token, sack to draw. Stonehewer Giant. They can tutor up equipment and just attach it. That's a problem. And a Sanctum Spirit. Okay. So we need to copy Maze of It to stay alive. Can't do anything else. We untap. We draw Endless Atlas, which doesn't even do anything. Okay. We basically have to reshape Surge Node for Inkwell, I think. Unless there's something else in our deck that I am forgetting. There is not. Take Inkwell. We only have 13 cards left in our deck, too. Play Endless Atlas. No attacks because we can't. But I cannot Maze of Ith Inkwell Leviathan, which is good. They investigate. I'm going to have to start playing fast, because we might have a game 3 here. Okay, opponent cracks a clue, draws a card, plays a land. Equips a token. Oh, that kills us, doesn't it? Because they attack, block here, block here, block here, untap with Maze of Ith. Yeah. And then we take exactly lethal. Wow, opponent got us. Alright. Well, we fought hard. I probably made a play mistake that lost me the game, but I don't think there's anything else that I could have done. I'm just not a good enough player to have recognized what I did wrong that game, but, okay. This is going to be game 3. We cannot rely on Merit Lodge alone, because our opponent has Maze of Ith and, the other thing. I'm going to take out Mishra's Bauble for Steel Sabotage, and we're going to run it back. Maze of Ith and Path of Exile is what I was trying to think of. So unless we can basically get them when they're tapped out, or if we're positive they don't have it, or we can back it up with something fantastic, but this is very risky. I don't know if it's worth it. I'm gonna mulligan. Much better. Keep, throwback, plains. Start island, pass. Opponent starts power plant, go get another island. Draw Everflowing Chalice. Play island and Endless Atlas. Pass the turn. Oh gosh, opponent plays a mine. Draw Thopter, play a plains, play Thopter Foundry. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a forest and do a magnifying glass. I'm going to counter that. I think my opponent's hand might be relying on it. We draw Core Tapper. Cast with multi-kicker, kick this once. Play Core Tapper. Pass the turn. Opponent is deep in the tank. If they're thinking this hard, countering magnifying glass was almost certainly the play. We'd like to hit an island here. I don't want to Rush of Knowledge if I don't have to, but I will if I have nothing else to do. Opponent is going to Crushing Vines. That sets us back quite a bit. Okay, they play a plains. We untap. We draw Dark Depths. Well, play Dark Depths. We're not doing anything else. Go to combat. Get in for 1. Pass the turn. Power plant for our opponent. Take a charge counter off Dark Depths. Untap. Draw Fairy Mechanist that we cannot play. Go to combat. Attack for 1. Pass the turn. Could just make 3 Thopters and put our opponent on a clock if they refuse to do anything. That might be better than my current plan. It's not great, though. Yeah, I think I got to. Go on aggro. Okay, Valorous Stance could be good. Attack for 3. Valorous Stance lets us answer their first big threat. They play a Plains. Sphinx of the Guild. I most certainly did not make the correct decision. We get a Plains, play a Plains. Very Mechanist. We take Chromatic Star. Rest of the bottom anyway. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Plains, plays a Magnifying Glass, plays a Glint Sleeve Artisan, fabricates for a 1/1 counter. Does not attack. We untap. We draw a Surge Node. Play Chromatic Star. I think we have to start attacking. I don't. Crack this for blue. See what we draw. Corridor Monitor. Play Surge Node. The longer we wait, the worse it gets. And this is like the one threat they couldn't play that would totally screw us. Yeah, we're gonna do it. Okay. Make Fey Mechanist indestructible. Hit them for 3. Take them to 12. We could have done this play a turn earlier, and I think they would be down 2 more life. Or 3 more life. I should have absolutely done that if this was my plan. I thought about it a turn too late. So if my opponent lives by 3 life, we know what's up. Opponent gets in for 8. We're on a 3-turn clock. They're on a 4-turn clock, which is not where you want to play a Blade Splicer and a Maze of it. Okay? We draw a card we will never cast. Go to combat. Attack with everybody. They Mazavith, the 2/2. We hit them for 3. They go to 9. Play Corridor Monitor, untapping a Thopter. They investigate. And that Mazavith is really powerful. Okay, they draw a card. We're not doing anything on their turn other than blocking. It's going to have 6. Block here, we take 8. Only going to get in for 3, then we have to block. I think this is the best we could. We don't have any way to pump the team. Oh, they can untap their own creature after damage. Because Mazavith is balanced. Alright. 7 mana, accomplished automaton. We don't have a Wrath of God, so I'm pretty sure we're dead here. Thespian Stage. Well, that gives us the Merit Lodge out, potentially. Not really, but like, I think that's our best bet. We don't have an answer for Mazavith. It makes a clue, draws a card, plays a tower, Tron online. Okay, they don't attack. Well, we didn't come here to not do this. We draw a power plant. Play power plant, go to combat, attack for 20. Mazavith, yep. At least we can use it to block. So we're going to Rush of Knowledge, draw 4. Okay. Get Tower and Sandstone Oracle and Reshape. There's some chance we win this game, but I don't know if I have enough clock to do it. When it plays an Urza's Mine, I'm going to have to just F6 through like every one of my opponent's turns. They cycle an Ash Barrens. They get a plane. They investigate. They crack the clue and draw a card. So we're going to have 6 mana. We're going to need to play Cathodian. We're probably not reshaping. Okay, we untap. Draw Urza's Mine. That's actually really good. Play Urza's Tower. Go to combat. Attack for 20. Okay, they Mazavith. Play Cathodian. Pass the turn. We can reshape for Inkwell, which is a creature that cannot maze. They will have to actually deal with. And then if we get like Cogwork Assembler and we can make Inkwell copies, then maybe we can win. 7 mana. Another Automaton. Sure. No attacks. Draw Everflowing Chalice. Play Mine. 7, 8, 9, 10. We are going to play Automaton, make a token, go to combat, attack for 20. Okay, opponent Mazaviths, that's fine. Kick twice, Surge Node, pass the turn. Wait, did they exile Cogwork Assembler this game? They did not, that was last game. So our out is Cogwork Assembler, or our opponent somehow using more of their clock than we are. Opponent topples the statue to kill Fairy Mechanist. Does that do anything? They play a Plains. Even if we do get Cogwork Assembler, and somehow assemble the infinite combo, I don't think we have enough time to win with it. Okay, opponent gains life. The path to exile Merit Lodge. We get an island. Well, we knew that was happening eventually. Question is, can we survive a swing? I don't think so. Oh, if they're just attacking like that, we just chump. That makes it so they don't kill the token. Okay, we untap. Vidalcan Infuser. Sandstone Oracle doesn't draw us anything. So we reshape. X3, Cathodia. Get colorless. Get Cogwork Assembler, play Vidalcan Infuser, counter here, play Sandstone Oracle, draw 2 cards, play Eager Construct. We're not going to scry, there's nothing we can get that matters. We just have to try and go for the infinite combo, which I think we actually have enough mana to accomplish. So we have to focus on blocking and not using all of our clock. Then we can kill our opponent with infinite corridor monitors unless they have creature removal. They play a forest, they're going to investigate, they crack a clue to draw a card, revoke existence Cogwork Assembler. So there goes our only hope. Well, it was hard fought. I don't think there was a way I could have gone off that turn. I put a charge counter there. get a magnifying glass, play spellbomb, crack spellbomb, play land, play magnifying glass, investigate, crack a clue, draw a power plant. Alright, pass the turn. I don't think there's anything left in our deck that matters, which is really unfortunate. Maybe I should have saved Reshape to go off on a turn when we would have more mana. So unless our opponent does like a really bad attack somehow, no, they've got us. We can't steal that, can we? Not with anything I have, I think. Counter here. Get a Skin Wing. I don't think that changes anything. Oh, play Skin Wing. Living Weapon. Counter here. Equip Big Dude. Investigate. Go to combat. Attack for 7. Oh, that's right, Maze of Ith. Oh, we could draw Inkwell. Inkwell would do it. We could suit up an Inkwell with flying for extra damage. Okay, in that case, pass the turn. I forgot about Inkwell Leviathan. That implies that we draw Inkwell Leviathan. They're going to copy Sandstone Oracle at our end step. Oh, they could just make a ridiculous number of artifacts with haste, and there's nothing we can really do about that. Okay, charge counter here. Draw a magnifying glass. Come on, Inkwell. Where's Inkwell? There he is. F6. F6, no attacks. We're going to try. Oh, they're going to make us block, and that's going to run out our time. They wipe all creatures. Opponent had a Pocket Wrath the entire time. Yeah, we're not going to beat that. That was our last thing of any consequence. Wow. Well, had I played a little faster, I probably could have played a little better, but that was really, really close to a 3-0. So, once again, thank you to Tyler Schreck for telling me about the infinite combo, because we did use it to pretty great effect. And I think had I played a little bit differently in the last game of round 3, I actually could have won with the infinite combo. Had I just focused on like playing Vidalcan Infuser and not reshaping that turn. Because we would have had Cathodian to block still, and that would have given us a little more mana on the turn we did reshape. So I think that was actually a mistake that cost me a trophy. But other than that, this deck was sweet. We did awesome things, and we ran up against a deck that was on the same power level, but with better cards in general. So they had higher average power level, and we had higher individual card power level, I think. And that's one reason we lost, was a little bit of inconsistency there. But big play mistake in round 3, I think. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this content as much as I did, please leave a like, drop a comment, I'll probably respond. And feel free to subscribe to the channel if you're so inclined. It supports me, doesn't cost you anything, and it's super fantastic if you do, makes me feel good. I stream Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 8 p.m. Eastern if you want to catch me live. Same username on Twitch as you find me here on YouTube. And yeah, if you watch this long, you're a wonderful human being, and I greatly appreciate your support. And I'll look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Bye!